For the Zoroastrian, the world includes not only what is visible, but also realms of invisible spiritual powers. The source of both worlds is the Lord of Wisdom, Ahura Mazda. Zoroastrian rituals celebrate and maintain the connections between the two worlds by uniting right-minded humans with good spirit beings in the cosmic struggle against evil. The Afrinagan ritual is a ceremony of offerings to the Lord of Wisdom and his spirit creation, which invites their blessings on particular individuals, departed or living, and on the community as a whole. Unlike rites restricted to the fire temple, the Afrinagan may be celebrated at any appropriate place where Zoroastrians meet. The ritual is a celebration of abundance. Its purpose is to invite the spiritual beings into this world and offer them the essence of the consecrated food. They in turn bestow blessings of prosperity and well-being. At heart, the ritual is an uninterrupted series of chanted recitations in the sacred language of Avestan. Like all Zoroastrian rites, the ceremony takes place in the presence of the fire, which is a living embodiment of the principle of righteousness. The dramatic focus of the ceremony is an exchange of flowers between the two priests. This exchange is richly symbolic, expressing right communication, cooperation, the soul's journey between two worlds, and more. Thus, in many ways, the ritual establishes connectedness among all the creatures of the good creation. This Afrinagan, dedicated to Ahura Mazda, was recorded in Bombay, India, under studio conditions. Prior to the celebration, the two priests must ritually cleanse themselves by washing their hands and faces while reciting in Avestan, "For the pleasure of Ahura Mazda, righteousness is good." The priests, wearing cotton garments, untie and retie the sacred cords worn around their waists. Shaking the cords toward the north expels the evil one. The priests chant, "Begone, Druge, you shall not destroy the material world of righteousness." The priests put on ceremonial vestments, a white turban and veil. And organdy robes. White symbolizes the ritual purity required to effect a closer connection between the visible and invisible realms. The ritual setting for the Afrinagan is a white cloth placed over a rug. The chief priest usually faces east. His assistant sits across from him. Between them is a fire vase which is fed with sweet-scented wood. There is a bowl of cooked sweetmeat. Next to it, frankincense. In front of the priest, there is the chief consecrating tray containing a beaker of water, milk, wine, sweet lime juice, and a whole host of fruits. There is another tray full of flowers and additional fruits and flowers. There are tongs and a ladle. The ceremony begins with the priests lowering their masks. This prevents pollution from their mouths falling upon the ritual area. The assistant priest lights the fire and maintains it throughout the ceremony. The fire is the central feature of Zoroastrian worship. Its light connotes wisdom, its essence the vitality of life itself. Reverence is shown to the fire by offering it sandalwood and frankincense. There is as well an offering of sacred speech, a litany of praise and a veston. The fire is addressed as the son of Ahura Mazda, worthy of praise and adoration. The fire looks to the hand of all who approach, and being honored, bestows many blessings of a long, healthy, and elevated life. A prayer of praise to the names of Ahura Mazda is offered in Pazand, a secondary ritual language. The chant is a summary of the main Zoroastrian doctrines. This section concludes with the ritual handclasp, during which the priests utter a Pazand prayer, which means, "May you be united in strength and righteousness." It is said in an undertone, out of reverence for the sacred Avestan language. The chief priest arranges 8 flowers, soon to be consecrated. A preface in Pazand opens with the line, "With good thoughts, words, and deeds, may this dedication reach the righteous guardian spirits." The commissioned ceremony is dedicated to a spirit being and honors members of the community, living or dead. The priest offers frankincense to the fire while he remembers the names of the departed, Zoroaster, and the guardian spirits. Both priests conclude with, "May the ceremony be successful." The priests now recite 10 times the most sacred prayer in the Avestan language, the Ahunavar, which encapsulates the whole of the Zoroastrian teaching. An antiphonal recitation praises the Ahunavar. The chant, Ashim Vahu, declares that righteousness is good and is uttered as the sandalwood is offered to the fire, itself a spark of the infinite. The chief priest chants reverence to the radiant and glorious Lord of wisdom, followed by a benediction to the ruler of the land. At the pivotal moment of the exchange of roses, the priests proclaim, "Thus may it be so, I bless." The chief priest intones good thoughts, good words, good deeds. The flowers are instrumental on many levels. Not only are they symbols of good thoughts, words, and deeds, they exemplify the principle of life and represent the soul's journey after death. They express our connection with the whole of life, visible and invisible, and afford a vision of right communication. Speaking in an undertone, the priest prays the guardian spirits of the righteous. Reciting the Ahunavar, the chief priest touches the ladle to the water vase in the 4 cardinal directions. These connecting gestures express the wish that the glory and greatness of wisdom spread to all corners of the globe. Affirming Ashem Vohu, righteousness is good, the priest touches the ladle to the vase at the midpoints of the 4 directions. Having been consecrated, the flowers are returned to the chief priest as they chant the Ahunavar and Ashem Vohu. These concluding invocations, similar to those at the beginning of the flower exchange, encircle the ritual acts in sacred speech. With the ritual hand clasp, the priests say in undertone, "May you be united in strength and righteousness." In full voice, they proclaim, "Thus may it be so, I bless," and affirm good thoughts, words, and deeds. This concludes the first of 3 flower exchanges. Portions of the remaining 2 will be shown without comment to call attention to the visual impact of this ritual sequence. The Avestan recitations accompanying each of the 3 flower exchanges have been dedicated, respectively, to Ahura Mazda, to co-workers of the highest spirit powers, and to Shrosh, the divine vehicle of insight. The chief priest now chants in full voice the concluding benedictions. He seeks the protection and blessings of the holy guardian spirits, the honored persons of ancient times, and the highest spirit powers. Both priests recite a closing benediction praising those attending the ceremony, which in part says, "For every step taken by you, may the resplendent house of song come forward 1,200 steps to meet you. May you be righteous, and may you live long." Thereafter, they recite the final invocations which frame the entire ceremony. 21 Ahunavars, 12 Asham Vohus, and a fourfold unit of prayers seeking the blessings of Ahura Mazda.
Snom drorenes down, Hashem Vahu, Estem, Steam, Star, Steam, Star, my get the shine, Vestai, Hashem.
Snom drorenes down, Hashem Vahu, Estem, Star, my get the shine, Vestai, Hashem.
Snom drorenes down, Hashem Vahu, Estem, Steam, Star, my get the shine, Vestai, Hashem.
Snom drorenes down, Hashem Vahu, Estem, Star, my get the shine, Vestai, Hashem.